Welcome back to my Abiotic series, and this is episode 6. I am currently in Cascade Laboratories. This is directly where I left off, episode 5, and continue on from here.
This is Dr. Mance. Studying the tensor dynamics of our perforation system, there's one particular thing I've noticed. It seems that the distension of the continuum has an attractive effect, locally. Which is to say, left unguided, portals will ground their exits near other portals. If they weren't so unstable, I'd be tempted to suggest this could be exploited as a way to travel rapidly around the facility. I can imagine what Dr. Thule would think of that, unless it meant getting his coffee quicker.
Okay, there's a bit of information I'll read that. But also, I'll just Antiverse 23 Helmholtz. Warning ISO 102 theory DL lock. Orbital deviation, lab control center. What the portal seems to be. Enter Helmholtz, exit into the lab control center. Anyway, a bit of information we got there. We've got portal shortcuts. Apparently, portals tend to ground their entries near their exits. I may be able to use them to find those shortcuts through the facility. Could be what I need to get the control center. It's certainly worth a shot. And he's usually reappearing. Go.
Maybe we could sneak a little nap in the break room.
Hopefully I should be able to just I need to check over here, to be completely honest with you.
All vacant perforations will be resetting in 3, 2, 1. Reset complete.
Still haven't actually properly entered the wing, so let's go over here.
About a few brewskis after work.
Marking, yeah.
Thank the stars. All I wanted was a place to rest a few hours without getting eaten or shot or minced. But I accidentally locked myself in. 2 PhDs, but you'd never know it. I'd very much prefer not to rot here, so if you could help me out, I'd be extremely grateful. And I can help. You see, I'm confident that I can get us through the vacuum chamber to the surface elevator. In fact, I'm sure of it. If you could just get this door open. Resetting the system in the control center should open these cells and reprogram the guns out there. And if I'm right, it should give us access to the rest of the containment block too. You just have to get there, to the control center, in one piece.
Alright, so I'll just read that and then we'll head off there. Get to the control center. Dr. Kane locked himself in a containment cell for protection and now he's stuck. He's certain he can get through the vacuum chamber to the surface. I can get him out. Alright, let's go. So what I will need to do is head back to base because I've got to make cube most useful form as a trinket, and I'll replace the Geiger counter with it. Trinket form is the most useful form of this cube. It's just so I don't have to carry around hands, and I'll drop off the antique shotgun whilst I'm at it. I've also got a new note as well that appeared, so I'll read that shortly. I'll head back to base first. Why am I still pop up? I do have the tier 3 keypad hacker. Don't know why. If you saw it in the top corner there, why it was still there. I will say it's a bit strange running through some of this facility sometimes. It's supposed to be nighttime. Yeah, a lot of it and during the night power goes out. It's one of their safety protocols for the facility. A lot of the lights, non-important electronics are turned off, so none of the safety doors are turned off logically, but other things will turn off. But there are still plenty of lights that are on, oddly enough. It just turned daytime. That was weird. Anyway, I believe Marion just emptied some portal there and appeared next to me, because he wasn't there a few seconds ago. So hopefully this episode will be me getting through into the control center, and making the live fire zones safer to approach than what they currently are. I'm just looking at my armor pieces. I'm going to need to do some quick repairs. But yeah, I'll empty my inventory, read that note, make some quick armor repairs, make the trinket, and head off back into that containment block, and then into the control center of the containment sector. I'm gonna start putting these out here because it's gonna be nice. Because I like to keep those spots clear so I can pick up more respawn material. Oh, there's Matt. Better. Oh, it's the best I'm gonna get. Pain. You may be shocked by how horribly it was done. Best I can do. Accuracy is not get done great. So I'm just gonna read this. I'd had a bridge. Chasm. Kane thinks I should explore Helmholtz wing, but first I need to find a way across the chasm without being shot by the turret. Way to do it is to jump. For the gravity cube, I'm going to craft this. Dangling variant of it. Apply it. Time being, I drop that in. There we go. The gravity cube does allow me to jump far higher and further. But also it has a blue glow, and I also have a purple glow around from the crystalline vial. So yeah, those are some interesting side effects I currently have. Added effects I have. Oh yeah, I was going to make some repairs. I should do that because I don't want anything breaking whilst in combat, because I'm likely going to get into combat going through a portal, some shape or form. So what can I everything charged thanks to crystal vial, keeps charged. So I can just head on out. Crossbow's alright. It's not that deals the majority of the damage, it's bolts. So it takes very small amounts of damage. So alright, let's head back into where I just was, that specific containment block in laboratories, and hopefully get through over this chasm to the Helmholtz sector.
For what do you seek?
He's just gonna get asked that. Gonna be annoying. Gotta deal with it. Have to deal with it. It might be a thing that he doesn't appear on this map here, seeing as he does travel around the facility at times. I know that of Marion. He has appeared in other locations. I have to find out where he is and what day of the week he appears at a location, different days. because he isn't always there outside of the portal entrance taking, so I will have to find other locations. Hopefully when I open up the gate PAL, see this version of him, he won't always be here, because I know he's not permanent, but the Warren and Blacksmith are two traders who do not move, as they are in contained locations. Should always remain where they are. I'll make my way past that as quickly as possible all the time, because that is highly proactive. Not irradiated. Oh, very nice. Alright. Sit here. I am aware that there are ways to get down behind these cells. Don't know how to do it at this moment in time. So I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Is this. Leap across it. Now, I cannot get in this door, and this elevator is not functioning. Got to make my way. The containment block Helmholtz. I may be pronouncing it. I may be butchering this pronunciation. I likely am, but I've got to do what I can, where I can. Yeah. Could have kept the shotgun on me. I've got 29 ammo now. Email terminal. I'm gonna get the. Well, that was shocking. I go into a terminal. First thing I read is zombies, and then hear something behind me. Luckily, I jumped out of the terminal. To all staff working on the A16 viral program, you are not to enter the research area unarmed. Whether you're undertaking virological study here at the Cascade, working in A16 itself, or doing field research on its unfortunate outbreak in A23, you must carry all self-defense equipment at all times. Life cycles. Okay, I'm certain 184 is the final stage of the cycle. It starts as 171, which metamorphosizes into the little hoppers, then it gestates into the hyper-electrical pupple pods I showed you, or sleeps in them. I don't know yet. Anyway, it emerges, a pupil, emerges as 178, then grows into the adult, well, lack of a better word. It just happens a lot faster than it does A2, as we're seeing. I get that, but even so, doesn't it seem a little too perfect? I've been thinking about it. There's some really weird cellular architecture, like how favorable bionucleation. Extremely hard to imagine how this would have occurred naturally in such a stable form. It's complicated, but so are we. Their evolution must be selecting for a variable we haven't considered yet. Curie stairs. Hi Stanley, janitorial. Something is very wrong with the supply closet under the Curie stairwell. I can't explain it. Can someone from Cont go and check it out, please? We never go in there. I'll take a look, but I'll need to get some keys first. Stanley, when did this start? That was unbearable. Has anyone else noted this? Come see me immediately. I need a full list of persons who have access to that room. This must be a side effect from a nearby IS. Should have been reported sooner. Inbox autoresponder. Mr. Rain is on medical leave until further notice. Please send all janitorial inquiries to Mr. Beckett. Doesn't sound good. Purple dust. I've been meaning to request a sample from the dust from IS-0139, but I wasn't sure who to ask. Did you have some hand, or do I need to file an excursion request? No need, I've got some. I'll have Tang send it over this afternoon. Thanks. Received. This is fascinating. The way it glimmers constantly is mesmerizing. I haven't gotten into it under a microscope yet, but I will soon. So, did you get under a microscope? Ah, yeah, Tang had the same reaction. Redacted. I'll take a look at that anyway. So let's... Redacted. Someone in the facility about this topic. IS 0139. The information I have gathered is an extremely evasive entity that the as of yet unnamed IS 0139 is a crystalline creature capable of refracting visible light to camouflage itself. Research into its biology has proven challenging due to its propensity to explode into shards under stress. I assume that is the little creature I've seen attacking. Ow! You just appeared behind me. Ow! Yeah, he wasn't there a moment ago. That was painful. But I have unlocked this door up here. Probably going to need a light on, where this requires a class 5 clearance. One of the reasons why I wanted to make use of in the last episode, I wanted to create the next level of spear, the lightning spear, because I could have done area of effect damage to those zombie-like entities. There. I am going to take quick break and go and have a look here and listen to voice notes here.
To anyone considering study, investigation, or indeed any kind of interaction with the Red Chair, IS 018, I can advise only caution. Consider this piece of furniture a tool of assassination, no less for being so thoroughly arcane in its function. If you find yourself affected, we can do little to assist you. Exercise utmost care in its vicinity. No resting, no leaning, no sitting, reclining, or indeed any form of recumbence on or near this furnishing. It's also extremely damp, perpetually.
That's interesting. So I can read that information there. Find it first. Go. IS 0018. Red Chair, designated Crucius. Containment protocols is IS 0018. Be kept in locked Crucius level containment at all times. It may not be relocated or its position shifted in any way without express permission of the Gate Executive Committee. Research team staff may only approach IS 0018 when pursuing specific study objectives approved by the Gate Executive Committee. All such study is to be accompanied and monitored by a trans recon unit for no fewer than 4 persons, equipped and armed according to Manifest GCRF ISP 0018A. Research team members must always be preceded by so equipped TR team members in attempting to sit in the red chair. Sitting, perching, lounging, or loafing on or in the vicinity of IS 0018 is prohibited under all circumstances except from those expressively provided for above. Okay, very intriguing. I have no idea why those requirements are there, but this is Crucius, whatever designate. Where is this? Hear it, but I don't see it. The layout. Thank you. Leaving. It's an entity that can travel through materials. So I didn't. This one.
Dr. Mance, Cascade Facility. The Tub of Blood. Dramatic, I know, but this entity gives me, in scientific terms, the heebie-jeebies, and it's uniquely dangerous. We've locked it in a cell, and that seems to work well enough. It doesn't liquefy or slip through drains, as Tang feared. It's solid enough and prefers to stay near its point of origin. We send cleaners through every morning to spray down the walls. IC-13 tends to touch everything in sight when it crawls out of its metallic cocoon. We found the tub, more of a metal trough in after reports of a blood-covered nighttime boogeyman. The gatekeepers performed a snatch and grab mission while it hibernated, though they claim it woke twice on the flight here. I've reviewed the footage. It's messy. I'm not sure we can ascertain its goal or where it goes when the tub refills. We've run tests on the blood to dismal results. 0 genetic matches. But we'll keep giving it a stir, figuratively speaking.
So, the Tub of Blood. IS-0013, the Tub of Blood, does Crucius containment protocols. Containment for IS-0013 may not be opened between the hours of 7 PM to 7 AM under circumstances. This directive overrides any previous or current GIS protocols. Cleaning should be conducted daily to prevent risk of decay and build-up of biofluids. So this entity in here, in the liquid that is the entity itself, seemingly becomes active in the night, judging by what the information was provided there, and kills, I'm assuming, during the night, and only in the day are you able to access containment block, and also the creature seems to return to the tub. Of how much liquid is left everywhere must be cleaned daily or something.
Update on IS-102. Human exposure to the phage has highly negative effects, transforming victims into hyper-aggressive, mindless predators. While it encourages breeding in its original hosts, human hosts seem only to consume one another. If there are useful applications of this phenomenon, I am slow to see them. I have given Tenku 2 weeks to show productive results.
Okay, I'm assuming that's whatever he mentioned there is some sort of is the thing that's afflicting the entities of it's Antiverse 23, I believe it is called. Okay, who's going to enter through into Antiverse 23 and exit out the other side. I have practically an empty inventory. Go. So I'm assuming these are these zombie-like entities, and I'm in some sort of store. Is this a furniture store? Is this genuinely a furniture store? I guess. Gotta look out for something. Ooh, this. A cane sword and an umbrella. Wait, I want that. Thank you. Got a cane sword, an umbrella, a couple of oars. I'm assuming I am required to search around for something. Ah, where they held the Christmas event. I'm going to do that. It may seem out of place in the middle of July, but why not collect the free gifts from the Christmas event that took place last year? How much damage? This sword does 18 damage. Pretty good, pretty good. Ooh, I can pack up these Christmas. That as well. There's 3. Should be able to collect another 3. 1. 2. 3. I will say this is the most fitting location to have something Christmassy with this beautiful open fireplace. However, I will continue searching around for anything impressive. Maybe some artwork. That's a snowy wolf painting. TV over there. Sunset. Swamp. Present there. What's this? Emergency broadcast system on that television. Don't know if anything will come of it. Oh look, some holly as well. I know of this location. I have checked it all before. Doing what I can because I know some of the entities do appear in this location. I really do not wish to have to deal with too many at this point in time. I can just run around and collect. Ah, yes, a lovely kite shield. I'm going to equip that. Take that. This kite shield has 400 health compared to 360. Room for one of those buttons. I believe there was supposed to be a sword somewhere. Room. Thought there was. Strange. I know that there is a standard sword somewhere. This older location. In this medieval style location, there was supposed to be a broadsword. I cannot see said broadsword. I don't know why. Ooh, another beautiful painting. Ow. Another button to press. Another backpack there. I'm not in the mood for collecting backpacks. Ow. Gonna check the last section over here. Ow, I probably should stick to the spear that deals more damage. Another painting. I'm just collecting these to spruce up my portal world, to be completely honest with you. I have no other reason of collecting paintings. But I am greatly disappointed. I have not found this sword that I so wish to wield. I know the cane sword is nice and all, but I know the standard sword eventually has a significant function. I'd rather have that one, to be honest. Just disappointed it is not appearing. Nope, not in there. Not up here. Unless I'm absolutely blind and someone points it out when this video finally fully releases. But I've been staring at it all along. I have no idea where this sword is. It's not on this wall. It's not here, and that's a package. This, like so. Nope. Nope. No. There's no sword in here. Where is it? Where is the beautiful broadsword? I'd hide myself in this bathroom and I still wouldn't find it. Nope, no sign of it. Why can't I find a beautiful broadsword? I have to make my way back downstairs. I believe there are more buttons down here somewhere. Oh. See, we'll check in here. Nope. Button in here that I've seemingly pressed. First one I pressed, I assume. Got 2 more to find, I think. No, 3 more. I'll head down here. Hit that guy, please. Head over here. So there's another present there. Furniture. Storage area, but I think I thought, yep, there's a glimpse of another button. Go. Final button pressed there. Away from that guy. Hit him. Hit you. Back to you. A cowboy hat. Woo! That was close. Last one there. The thing I wanted to see is apparently activated. The thing I wanted to activate in the center of the building. I'm going to keep checking for... I've got that painting. I'm going to keep checking for this sword. More umbrellas over here. Not one I'm after. Painting there.
Civil Defense Service.
I'll pick that up. You know what? I'll just take it back home with me. I am being greatly disappointed that I cannot find said sword. Greatly disappointed. I'm going to run away from these entities now and hit this. Up in the elevator I go. I'm going to save some battery by turning that guy off. This is the exit here, Antiverse 23. Set up some sort of base of operations up there if you wanted. You can continue going up and down, as also over here. Yeah, you cannot get out on the rooftop. Anything over here? There's an email terminal over here. Am I crazy? Hanok, what's going on? I ran into a TR team member this morning here in Boston, but didn't recognize her. I don't even realize they were still operating. She seemed quite disoriented. Asked about the state of things. Antiverse, I told her because of her clearance checked out. Am I crazy? We don't have any TR on active deployment. I mean, have you seen what's happening out there? Don't beat yourself up. But yeah, it sounds like the stress is getting to you. Denise saw her too. We're not messing around. We're looking at something new here. She didn't know about the invasion. She hadn't even heard of the IS-0102 infection. Is it possible some kind of crossover? Have you ever heard of something like that? Don't get any wild ideas. I see what you're suggesting, and I'll mention it to Anderson, but people have got bigger problems right now. So someone, either this entity, this something is cloning people from the gate staff, something in this dimension, or some other alternate version of the gate facility has access to this portal. Dead individuals, a guy in a closed kitchen, shotgun dude, button I can press, impressive, door I can hack, and it is working. Great. Have a look at this. Equal power. Dr. Lanciter was asking about using the fluid from I-121 as a power source for generating perforations. Honestly, Abini, talking to him makes my head spin sometimes, but maybe it could work. Instantaneous energy from the Ichor is beyond anything we've ever seen. It operates on an entirely different scale, usurping. I swear I heard that. I heard the layout behind somewhere. Yeah, I can hear it. Oh, what's this? X-ray lamp. Where is it? I can hear it. Thought I was going to go insane then, but nope. Right, so I've got some information to look at. We've got X-ray force fields. The way forward is blocked by some kind of physical X-ray plus field. Maybe I may be able to jam the system by putting in something that responds abnormally to X-ray. Locations, Antiverse 23. Furniture store. Antiverse 23 was obsessed by TR investigators to have been a luxury furniture outlet. However, this location surrounding region is believed to have suffered from pandemic collapse from aggressive viral outbreak. Data is inconclusive, but the gate is currently investigating the source and cause of this calamity, including first location based on time. First location is anyway. Continue reading. It's beyond anything. Ichor is beyond anything we've ever seen. It operates on an entirely different scale. Unsurprising, I suppose, given 0-1's 2-1's origins. So yes, I believe is value in using the fluid to open portal, but he has to be extremely careful. If something went wrong, it would go very wrong. I'll tell him to be cautious and use one of the smaller portal generators for his experiments. Shouldn't be a problem. He already treats the one at the top of the lift chamber like he's his own personal workshop. Got a terrace. Where's the data from? Before we increase the range of our perforations experiments, I have to ask you one thing. Where is Garrick getting her technical information? No one I'm aware of is researching this, so how is she getting these coordinates? Look, this is her show, all of it, and we all got questions. That's our job, but don't expect an answer to that one. No one knows where she gets her deep end data. My guess, the contractors. Christ, can we trust it with our lives? Dr. Annette Garrick. Seriously, we're calling them zombies. Seriously, isn't that a bit cliche? Can you think of a better word, Kathy, or do we just pretend there's something else, like we'd never watched Night of the Living Dead? Yes, it would make me feel a bit better about the whole situation. Brains. If you do that to me again in the restroom, I swear I will shoot you with 099. This product is fraying my nerves enough as it is. Okay. Someone likes to joke around, apparently. Anyway, people. Dr. Annette Garrick, Gate CEO, founder and CEO of Garrick Advanced Technology Enterprises, established in 1967. So, Garrick Advanced Technology Enterprises. Gate, responsible for overseeing the growth of a small applied research unit with thriving international technology and research consortium. Garrick has been an unwavering source of focus and directives, precisely where she derives her priorities and sometimes astonishing insights from subject of speculation and near mythological awe among her employees and colleagues. Okay, and this information IS 0121 following the facility, best way to find more information. The Trask's circulatory fluid has exceptional capacitation properties. This ichor is currently being investigated by Dr. Theodore Lasseter for his ability to store and rapidly discharge very high quantities of energy, particularly as it relates to the power demands of instigating perforation events. Someone in the facility will know more and unlock the other entries first to find out the final bit of information. There's a lot of information I can collect on that entity in particular. This is the locked door. Ow. Hate when that shield doesn't work. Kill myself for it.
Alert. There has been a containment. Make your way to defense sector.
Door's
Find
locked.
any means available. Have
This
an efficient
door is
and effective
open.
day.
Jump over here. Ow. This thing here is a cacophonous crate. Cacophonous crate. Looks like those composers. And we've also got this. A power socket. I'm assuming that porcelain key that Marion trades goes into one of these containers. Interestingly enough. That in there. I've got, what's this? The gravity thing. Gravity has shifted. Fire cell. You can carry more weight for a while and can't become fully encumbered. That's an interesting thing.
Air quality bulletin. Absolute humidity.
Fog phenomenon.
Nominal levels. Dehumidification in progress.
Observe. I'm going to head teams back to my home base at the moment. So, information I gathered from the entry relating to reset the security system is required for here. Requires Layak essence. So I need to get 4 Layak essence stemming from this X-ray flashlight and expose a Layak to this thing to fully observe to collect this material and fix this entry. I've no idea. I'm back at the elevator at the bottom here. Interesting. Oh, just about made it then. Leave by run down here. I get in through this way. And there's a big open security door here. So we got this. The living snowman. Well, look. We've got a theory here, the fog phenomenon, whether generally contained to Flathau and its surrounding area. The fog phenomenon associated with Antivirus 1 occasionally leaks into the Gate Cascade Research Facility via open primary perforations. While the fog phenomenon is harmless, water vapor, no known ill effects exposed to it on those exposed to it. Gate researchers believe it emanates directly from entities, e.g. IS-0064 and the atmospheres. All known locations. Verse 2. Well, I heard some. Anyway, I'm just going to continue reading that. Dr. Stern has theorized a hypothetical mass microperforation event could cause large influxes of this fog. Therefore, the fog's presence, even briefly, may indicate a more significant containment concern. As a precaution, gate staff have installed a rapid ventilation system switch in silo 3, which can help resolve the fog event sooner, though it's not entirely clear what event might be on the surface. We got register. What this one? IS 012227. Sorry, living snowman. Designation Crucius. Containment protocol. IS 0127 must be kept at -30°, 130 degrees Celsius or lower at all times. Containment structure must be supplied with reliable backup power. The subject cap must also remain on its head under all circumstances. No idea why I can hear Christmas, but I'll say Christmas-like music, like I heard from the Christmas stuff around the Christmas event. Helmholtz, Antiverse 23, the furniture store, but this snowman must have its hat on at all times and must be frozen times. This is just a room. Present. Now, yeah. IS 0700, the presence designated Juror. All staff are prohibited from entering the area until further notice. That sounds terrifying. So does that sound? IS 0099.
My personal disinclination towards firearms in general leaves me largely underprepared to record anything of value surrounding 099. I'm not what you might call a gun nut. I can tell you it's antique. I can go on about its material makeup and even tell you how it functions on a chemical level. The answer is, mundanely, this shotgun shows no anomalous properties when held or fired. But it certainly did at one point in time. We've tried different personnel, brought it back to its place of origin, and tried several types of ammunition. At present, it bruises your shoulder when you fire it. Testing is ongoing for now.
Perhaps it works similarly to the shotgun from another source of media I know of, where one specific individual wields the shotgun, and the shotgun is then classified as unique because said individual using it. Otherwise, the shotgun is nothing more than just a standard shotgun. 0155.
Dr. Pendleton and I had a frank exchange of views today. I described IS-055 as a noxious weed and suggested that recent events in the reactors have borne this out. But she insisted that antiverse flowers had a beauty to them. I was not in the mood for a lesson in aesthetics, and pointed out that so does a mushroom cloud.
Okay, so let's just read that one. IS-05155A, flower, designation ENLCS, no idea what those mean. Containment protocol, all instances of IS-0155 are to be monitored weekly for new growth, and any new growth exceeding 30 inches removed and disposed of via incineration. The ashes are to be sifted for remains left to sit for no less than days before being removed to a secure disposal site in keeping with the GISP provisions. But yes, IS 0099 antique shotgun seems to be relying possibly anomalous factor may require on an individual of certain position using the weapon, perhaps one in particular, one being that either wielded it at one point in time or created such a weapon. It's and I died, so I'm gonna go and back. It does seem I should invest in a bed at this point in time. Okay, that direction, thank you very much. Gonna head off in there. Away from. Rather be over here, thank you. Then head to my portal home. Rather be anywhere but there. That's combat location at this point in time, so that. I'm gonna collect the sofa so I can at least make a makeshift bed. Head home. Portal home. He's not to be effective. Spent. Marion has also disappeared, seemingly. Bam. So a nice, clear, open sky day in Portal World. But I have no need to fear entities that hide within the fog, apparently. Home where it's nice, safe, comfortable. At least put down this TV so I can listen to full broadcast if I wish. So I probably be at some point. I'm gonna put this TV over here. Put some Christmas decorations up over here. Go. Got a flat there. One looks alright. Probably put. Go, there's 1, 2, 3 pieces of artwork. So 2 more I have here. Probably gonna here. Oh, sorry, I missed one. This one. Serpents painting, we've got a hidden rabbit painting, we've got a snowy wolf painting, those 3 up there. Got a lump of coal and salt rock, or rock salt. Yeah, salt rocks. I've also got a sofa which I can bed with. Best. We've got an X-ray lamp, requires an X-ray tower, jailbroken CPU, and Layak essence, and also a Christmas tree recipe. I'm going to craft me these. Also, I want to craft one. Collect some kind of entity to craft. I think the nocturnal entity. I'm going to collect that. I want to make myself a cubicle to live in, bed-based. You know what? I'm gonna put these. So we've got umbrella or cane sword will go up in there. Shield in there. The candy cane's going to food. Shotgun there. So I'm gonna take those 2 out and put back. You know what? I'll take the armor stuff out. Okay, sure. Because probably better to have armor. Bigger container. Together. So. Don't know why I didn't put the button last time. There we go. And sort that out. So. I got some outfits there. If I get a transmogrifier, which I want to get, the transmogrifier device that allows scientists to transfer here, as well as the body, I would love to do. For the time being, I want to invest 2 of those. Piece. 1 of those. Have a look. So if I was to slap so coming on that bed space. So what I want is at least another one of these half-ish walls here. See, no, I would have one here, but I want to look into. I'll actually pick that back up. That's not what I want to go for. I'll go for probably a window there. I'll get the resource back. I'm going to craft one of those. Attempt again. Got a windowed one. I want one of those as let's just place down what I want, what I've got, see where it is. This back up. Isn't exactly what it. Go. So we got this nice wiring snapping. So, no, on the inside, there, that's what I want you, perfect, and then, guess another wall here, and then about a half, so I need another full wall, and about a half wall, or a slice of a wall, not a half wall, one of these, vertical bars, those horizontal. Yeah. So this one shall find backboard. Way. No. Why not? Yeah. If I get another half wall, another wall here, should be completely surrounded, cured. So I've got 4, so another 3. Ow. Can only craft another 2. Irritating. I need more scrap metal. I'll need to put more of that. I will complete my sort of private bed space. Go. I'll lie down. It's pleasant, but it's not the best sleep I could get. But yeah, I've got a respawn point there at that bed. Got to clean myself of this green goo I have on me. Head back out. Because people want to see me get I guess people want to eventually me get what I need. So do what I need next. Base defense. Go out. That. Craft one of these. Fires. One of these. Projection matrix. I will need a lens for. Get a lens. I will trade that a blacksmith. Let's get to it. So let's have a look at. I also need more liquid crystal. I will need to craft one of these, which requires a reinforced hose and metal scrap. 2 metal hoses, 1 to sit in storage. Why is it double clicking when I single click? I want. Why mouse? Why? Off. On again. Nope, that not fixed it. Oh, this is getting annoying. I'll keep it on me for the time being because I'm going to make that trade. So I'll go and make that trade now. Get that, but I'm also going to need to find more metal scrap. It'll be easy enough. I'll just find some furniture items to break down. Craft that metal scrap. Should be easy enough. I'll also hopefully find some more metal around. Sorry, screws around as well. Screws are very useful. And also I'll look into affording this. You also need it was the capacity, wasn't it? That was my last ingredient that I picked up last time, but never got round to making. And I'll probably drop off the hammer, seeing as I barely used it. More of a spear guy, because shields and spears work visually a lot better than a hammer and a spear does. In my opinion, that is. My personal opinion, I prefer spears and shields over hammers. So I'll drop off this annoying hammer in here. I'll pick that up. And what, I rarely use this crossbow. When I drop the crossbow in there, I'll drop it ammunition up in here. I have 182 ammo there and a decent auto 10 there. See if I can't craft this. So back this. So I could have actually worked on the X-ray tower, but I just used the protection matrix. did have for superior spear. Because superior spear means I can deal far more attack damage than I want to do. So what does these other weapons cost? So for instance this one, quantum glass surprisingly enough, and then energy break. And there is that shield there as well. Don't know how much that shield costs. Sorry. So this shield has, it costs 4 capacitors, which I do not have, and matrix. None of these items graded anytime soon. They don't have any arrows on them. There's no point in trying to put them enhancement bench enhancing, because I currently have no means of enhancing. I'll head off towards next goal. Eventually working with the Exo Tower. I'll also, you know what, I could also pin it so I have recipe. Back is the transmogrifier. We'll also need 8 metal scrap, but also 4 of these night anomalies. I may travel to level 3. Yeah, I was gonna say I will travel to level 3 if there is fog around. Fog. Head up this way. This is class 3. I'll go at a more steady movement pace front, because I don't want to run into it like that. I didn't expect that I needed to reload that. Ooh. I should have gone there to respawn my bed. Work my way back. Probably should reload. Those two things are apparently still fighting over there, which is not what I want to. Should have got. I should have used my spear and trying to. Pistol does 30 damage. The spear does 26 plus 12, which I'm better. I add lightning damage. That bonus. Spear adds lightning damage, as well as compared to the bullet. Just bullet.
This sector will be powered down momentarily.
Don't care. I've gone
Consider this your top priority.
during my vision. Don't know anything else. Fog. Nope, there isn't much fog or anything at all. Wow, that was a fast one-shot kill. See, that proves the spear is entirely superior with a one-shot kill. Creature, there is stuff over there, apparently. This is the button I wanted to compress. And I should have waited in the elevator before coming. I shouldn't sprint around so much. Get the added bonus of being able to use my shield. Don't sprint. More of the metal. First aid. Happily take that. Guy's dead. I think I listened to this. No.
Dr. Derek Mance, Cascade. The first instances of IS-064 appeared barely seconds after our first successful perforation event. It appears to exude a fog or mist that has overtaken Flat Hill entirely. The surviving residents have been evacuated and a cordon established around the town, citing a chemical spill. The residents, not to mention our counterparts at the EPA, are less than impressed. But the knowledge we already gained, even in this short time, is beyond value.
So the relevance of that email's particular, that voice note's particular locale is yet to this section of the of the facility is to make use of Flat Hill. Remember. Oh look, finally got something to feed him.
Oops, borrowed your stapler.
Okay, that was a bit of thing.
Hey, you got any food?
As long as I'm not wielding a shield, I can use this hammer to furniture, which I can probably do rather than waste electricity on my spear.
Hey, what's for lunch, pal?
I am now up a significant amount of metal. I've got 4 new screws, 42 metal scrap. Impressive. Was that a skill? Is that? I think it's a throw-based skill that I don't have.
I love coffee in my coffee hole.
Dude, I've given you a packet of crisps. Stop complaining. Yeah, however, items like that still require me to properly break them apart, rather than the alternative, which destroy them, which is slightly irritating, but yeah.
Mondays, am I right?
Hey, listen to this. Nope.
This is Dr. Derek Mance. As our understanding of perforation technology grows, we have discovered new facets of its physical laws. One of the most fascinating is temporal tethering. Each entry to an antiverse seems to start a timer, which resets after a given period, as though a band of time stretches before snapping back to its origin. confident we will understand this phenomenon in time, but until we do, it violates a dozen scientific principles.
Or I believe that I have heard this before in a previous episode. Not apparently not.
Hey, if you're tired, feel free to lay
Temporal
down.
tethering. Why do portals? Worlds reset. One of the most fascinating aspects of perforation technology is temporal tethering. Each entry or to an antiverse seems to start a timer which resets after a given period, as though a band of time stretches before snapping back to origin. I'm confident we will understand this phenomenon in time, but until we do, it violates a dozen scientific principles. So each of these portal worlds
Brewskis after work.
has some sort of event which their time flows oddly, allowing them to snap back once a certain period.
So I was pumping iron the other day.
Doesn't want the same food more than once. Alright, the time seems to snap back in place.
Under precautionary security measures. Please remain in place and wait for security assistance.
After a certain period of time. So in other words, the day resets after a certain event happens. Portal world after at a certain period in time, the day inside the portal worlds resets, which is an intriguing thing. Relies on the fact that portal worlds are run on a requirement of this stretched out time period, and then the day resets, like some of those films you can watch where the day restarts again and everything is back to the way it was. However, if you take resources out of the portal world, you can keep the resources, which is very unique way of looking at it. So if I went into one of the portal worlds and collected a bunch of like I did previously, and I collected the power cells from Flat Hill, apparently going back into Flat Hill again with the completion of said portal worlds, when the portal world resets, all those power cells will have reappeared because the day has reset. However, I have a collection of power cells stored at my base, which is a unique thing to say the least. I never actually went to do the trade I was supposed to do, but what I need to pick up at least 4 fine test tubes first of all. Here we go, split stack, split, here we go, split. There we go, that's what I wanted to do originally. Finally, I managed to do with what I wanted. Right, so the reason I needed test tubes, I need a hotbar, more specifically, to use them to contain the nighttime anomalies, the little glowing balls of light, so I can use them in crafting the transmographer. I require 4 of them. Now, I will say this again, I have mentioned this before, my playthrough is modified, my Abiotic Factor playthrough modified, so that food items do not spoil over a period of time. Otherwise, items such as the nighttime anomalies, once collected, will have a shelf life that will be highlighted by a green bar similar to a durability bar that will slowly go down over a period of time if it isn't in some sort, if you don't make use of it soon enough. Now, you can modify that in your world if you want to allow food items to spoil, certain food items that is, like meats and certain meats and items and fresh items you can farm, or and modify the refrigerators so that if you do collect a fridge, you can store food items in the fridge and they won't spoil if they're in the fridge, or you can change how fast they spoil in the fridge in the game settings, or you can do exactly what I did, which is turn off food spoiling altogether if you so wish to. However, you get to tailor your own play style to yourself, and also I don't know why I need to worry about food spoilage, to be honest, because I personally don't have anything on I don't have any of the means to worry about food spoilage.
Don't worry about me. I've seen worse. I think.
Because I don't need to eat and drink. It's not a concern of mine. So I don't know why I need to worry about the food spoiling if I don't need to eat or drink. Anyway, we're going to go through this. There is an item I can collect up here. There we go. I have now got a bobblehead of the blacksmith. Woo! I don't know why that's important, but it is. One thing another thing I'll note that I don't like about Abiotic Factor, other than the fact that it's really hard to get sneaking XP, stealth XP, sorry, or whatever it's called, is that every time if you want to jump whilst crouched, you are required, it forces you to stand up rather than taking that jump. So you can't jump whilst crouched like you can in other games. You actually have to, it forces you to stand up, and then you can crouch, and then you can perform whatever action you wanted to do inside of events, whatnot. Actually, I should do this. Because I know I can get his suit from if I try hard enough. And, you know, I might as well show that off and also point out, once again, the achievement that comes with that.
Nothing will remain.
Of putting on the suit and the backpack comes from a rat. Because there is an achievement, and there is an achievement from collecting the backpack, which requires you to beat up a rat trapped in a net with a blunt weapon, and also yeah, putting on the rat suit, which is a rare drop, and then also the backpack together grants you an achievement called going rat. Yes, I can see. If I have the set lab rat, you went for rat, which is the rat pack, which is currently the backpack I'm using, and also the rat suit that they wear, which is the rare drop, from dropping up their corpses. Then you get a Steam achievement for doing so, which I already have, so you won't see that pop up if I was to put the set on, but you yourself can gain said achievement if you so wished. I mean, in truth, I haven't even opened this full section of manufacturing. I haven't fully opened manufacturing. I don't know why. I've decided not. I could, in or honesty, I could. So, another step towards it. So, this one here opens the door to the railway there. Teleported right and he's died. The data leakage. Greetings, Bridget. I'm not sure if this is your department, but I ran a full spectrum noise analysis on our sector's communication network last week. I have a strong evidence that there is leakage from our network, i.e. someone has gained external access. I'm happy to show you my data. If not you, can you tell me who I should report this to? Thanks, Moria. A good work. We'll take it from here. I can't access my files now. Not your files, Moria. They're Gates files. Do not discuss this with anyone without authorization. Might be Dr. Moira Shepherd. Teleporting rats. Attention all staff. As you know, we have had a bit of a rat problem throughout Cascade, and my team is working diligently to solve the problem. This was all going quite fine until we saw quite literally a rat appear out of thin air. Purple light thunderbolts. And thunderbolts, I thought we had a gas leak for a moment, but we checked their security tapes. Looks like we are perfectly capable of dealing with any rodent infestation on this planet, but if someone is teleporting rats from universe 432718 or God knows where, that's another matter entirely. If anyone has further information on where these rats are coming from, please let us know. Thanks and best of luck to your science. Stanley Ryan, janitor, supervisor. P.S. We caught one of the little fellas, if anyone. Terrifying. That's spelling. Gaston, we need to be consistent here once and for all. We're using US or British spelling. We're dealing with super powerful otherworldly artifacts and we can't even agree on a dictionary. Stephen, it's spelled artifact. Oh, for freak's sake. And this is why you don't let scientists decide on naming things, because they will argue about the stupidest things. Yes. People. Dr. Moira Shepherd, data scientist, a data scientist who discovered the first indications of order surveillance, and then someone in the facility went about this topic. So, yes, it seems the order was monitoring Gate staff. Someone caught on. However, someone else may have been trying to cover it up, which does not sound positive opinion. Not only for that individual mentioned who mentioned that emails no longer being accessible, but also because they may have been accidentally telling the person that they're being observed, one of these spies within Gates' own team. Because there was mention through an email relating to the Dark Lens that the order had one of the order's emails mentioned them having an operative in the Cascade facility to deactivate the Dark Lens to allow them access. Which does not sound like a good idea. And as it's turned out to be, was a terrible idea to have removed Dark Lens from its housing, which has caused several perforation events around the facility. Been a good thing. Anyway, this area here is mapping. Haven't been through this sector. This sector is the mapping. I've got to figure out my way. Got this here. Play recording from, which I'm going to.
Private note. It's undeniable that operations at Cascade are being monitored by external forces. This much the Cascade Executive Committee have been permitted to know. Exactly who has been infiltrating our communications, and to what ends, remains unknown. Or rather, those who know refuse to say. I've been directed to tell my team that we are conducting some security drills, but the threat seems quite real.
So I have heard this email played somewhere else in the facility as a private note, but he seems to have made it twice in 2 different sectors of the facility. Intrusion, I didn't want to raise it on call yesterday, but you saw the security data, didn't you? Were being monitored. By that much is clear. It looks like someone's been tracking a lot of our communications. Then why are you using the email system? I'll discuss this with you in person. What is this mess? Theo, I asked for your research on IS-0028 and I received a box of random notes, papers and photographs. What am I supposed to do with this? Talking about a subdimension that is, to all intents and purposes, an infinite collection of notes, so I sent you everything I had. It's a total mess. It's a work in progress. Remember, sometimes the only difference between science and screwing around is writing it down. Interesting. Information to see there. IS. Need silver. Isaiah, I'm looking at Eleanor's specs for the T3. We need to extend the sub-wavelength limit of the lens, which takes a lot of silver for surfacing. Have you still got a stockpile? Fresh out, but here's the thing. There's an almost infinite amount of silver on IS-0138. That's where I've been getting it. But you've been raiding the train for silver. Are you insane? What's the problem? It grows back. But I wouldn't be classifying it as growing personally. Yes, there's some information there. So I'll just have a look at that. 2 bits of information. We've got IS-0028, library designation Salutus, which I think is the highest protocol designation they have in this facility, while several curative modes of accession to IS-0028 have been theorized. Current data provides no coordinates or points. So it exists, they just don't know how to get in there. So while the precise origins and purpose of IS-0138 remains a mystery, Gates transkinetic researchers have determined that the train's superpositional state entails a singular fact. Desiccation and its momentum would release sufficient energy into local time-space continuum to tear a hole from there to the Eagle Nebula. As to why this 19th century relic exists, how it's come to contain authentic grey Gorham silverware, or what lies beyond the seemingly infinite grasslands it speeds through, Gate is yet to discover. So the train, or Antiverse X11, is we have gone through and had some collected information on previously after travelling through it. However, this is a separate collection of information. There seems to be a captain and a grunt over here. And a crate here. So, if you didn't know, I can deal a significant amount more damage to an unaware enemy than I do an aware enemy. That's why I one-shotted the captain here, because he was completely unaware of my attack. But because I also dealt a further spreading lightning damage, it damaged the soldier stood over here. This is called an ornate crate that seemingly belongs to the Order, judging by the symbol relating to them there, and the eagle that they seem to be obsessed with as well in their iconography. I'm assuming the key that I have in my base, an ornate key I believe it's called, to open said crate. They were seemingly trying to get through this door with some sort of very unique drilling mechanism. It's on tracks to move it. It's got 4 legs to hold it in place. It's also got 2 compressor tanks attached to it, I'm assuming to function it all, which is very intriguing. I know that there is something through here I've got to be wary of. There. possible. Crouching. A sniper. That's the most concerning bit of information. That's the most concerning bit of information I can state around those who have broken into the facility. Snipers. I will go into more information related to said entity shortly. But I'm going to just check around campsite first, collected all resources I have already on my inventory. Sorry, in my backpack. I do like how this inventory system does work as a backpack, however, works differently from certain titles. There is other backpacks you can find to increase your inventory capabilities, and also you don't have to drag them items to the inventory screen. Just have to have just have to collect the items. So I'll just have a read here. Entity specifically on the Order Sagittari, sniper, tracing the lineage of their discipline to Roman archery schools in Parthia of the 2nd century BCE. The Sagittari are ultra clandestine core of an already sect. So that's a very interesting. That one tells me that the order is related to Latin. I was already aware that the order was related to Latin some way, judging by its just naming conventions alone, but to know that they are directly linked to the Romans is another matter entirely. Very happy I managed to sneak up on one from directly behind and another from around its whilst it wasn't even looking in my direction. Cannot open that side, so I think I logically would have used that to sneak down under here and up this ladder and then attack the sniper from behind instead of coming in the way I did. I came in another round. I find it most intriguing that there is no alternate way I'm aware of to get up to this area of the mapping. Yep, another power cell which I'll pick up. As far as I'm aware, even though there is an entryway there, which is near where I was previously, to actually get into this section, I don't know why that happens every time I swing the camera renting. But as far as I'm aware, I'll say this again clearly, there is no way to get up to here easily. Because this is the lower area of the mapping. And the area I just was is not easily accessible without some sort of method of getting higher up. Which I currently do. I know I have the gravitational dampening cube, but there is no way for me to actually get up high enough to get up there. However, I will take this portal. Take it wherever it leads me. It's here. in the office once more. I will take the elevator down and return. 4 to 1. Then I going on for about an hour and 42 minutes. I may end the video here because I've got something I wish to do. This will be a shorter episode, but I will probably follow this by another 2 today. I will record another 2 in this day, and they'll come out in the following days. This episode will come out tomorrow, as today episode 5 came out, and then that's episode 6 will come out tomorrow. Episode 7, if I record it today, will come out what day? Monday. This episode 7 will come out on Wednesday, and episode 8, if I record that as well today, would come out on Thursday. So that's about 4 episodes. Yeah. So as long as I continue at 1 episode a day, I'll eventually get through this game, and then I will go through some of the other titles I own, and I'll go through their stories before going into my online games, because I have a handful of games that have a story to them that I can complete going through their story, rather than going through a game that doesn't have a story at all and just is an open world game, which is a bit harder for me to try and make a video for, because I've then got to work around making an objective for said content, and I currently have no ideas in mind for that. Yeah, I have no idea what I would do for specifically a content of an open world game. So I'm going to end the video here after placing this down, and I'll say thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in episode 7. All right, thank you, bye.